Hello there. How is everyone tonight? Welcome to my kitchen where we are going to do some egg boiling, egg dyeing, and egg decorating. How does that sound? So just 1 second while I take my eggs to the sink and drain them. Okay, I had a little incident over here, but here we are, eggs in the ice bath. How are you guys tonight? Welcome, welcome to whoever's watching. Just say to let me know where you're coming from. Okay, so tonight we have a lineup of how to boil eggs that are foolproof egg peeling, okay? Hands up if you get your eggs from a farm. Any farm eggs in the crowd here? Who goes to the grocery store and get them? And is there anywhere else you can get them? Do you have your own backyard chickens? That's a happening thing now. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, did you have your own chickens in the backyard? Hi, Teresa. Did you have chickens? Because if you were bringing chickens in from the barns, or the coops, I should say, a really good way to clean these things is with the fruit and veggie cloth. I can go get it what it looks like, but that thing scrubs off amazingly. It's gold, so it reminds you of the golden eggs, and it's really good. Hi, Brenda, nice to see you tonight. Did you ever have backyard chickens, Glenda? Okay, so put in the comments where you're coming from. Thanks for saying hello. It's nice to see you here. Then I can see your comments, and other people will see this video too. I hope this gets you ready for Easter. We are actually celebrating tomorrow night because my sister's in town. Maybe she'll even be watching this. Oh, Sharon, I hope you come and watch this too, because you guys might have better tips than me. So as we are going through tonight's presentation, there's 3 parts to it. Let me know in the comments what your extra tips. Okay, so first and foremost, your eggs come from Costco. I love it. I know, the big flat rack. So first and foremost, to prepare your eggs. I have just been to that Springtastic event and I've learned these extra tips. So I'm no brainiac here, but first of all, did you guys know, this is the first tip. When you come home from Costco, Teresa, just keep them on the counter, let them warm up and come to room temperature, okay? So that's the first thing. Have them at room temperature and then in your pot of boiling water. And then don't do like me. I boiled it all over. I'm hiding it. You can't see it. Then you stick it in with the water already boiling. I would always turn it on and wait till it got to boiling. And Dale usually stands here and watches it. But get it boiling, put them in there, and then, get it just down below boiling, or turn your temperature down 12 to 15 minutes, however much you want it. But here's the secret. Hi, Lorraine, good to see you. Hi, Sharon. What's really good is if you put in this secret ingredient. This is something I did not know. Chemistry tells us if you put in baking soda, that membrane will release itself from the egg, and you'll always have really good eggs. So we can have a peek at that now. I did put them in here in my ice water. And a really good place to lay your eggs is on the drying mat or one of your towels, right? Super absorbent. So I'm just going to lay them out here, and you guys are going to be my witnesses. I'm just doing a dozen here. So put in the comments below, do you dye your own Easter eggs? Because you know where this is going, right? Do you dye your own Easter eggs? What do you use to dye them? Do you buy the kits from the store? Because do you know that in those kits, there's a lot of dye, especially the artificial dyes, the red and stuff. And studies have shown that these artificial colorings are showing up in so much more candies and all the things and foods, and they have actually shown to cause increased hyperactivity. Even if the rats are eating them, they get tumors in them, so that means they're carcinogenic. So the food dyes are not really great. So tonight you're going to learn how to get these eggs prepared, then some natural dyes. Do you guys know what's going on in here? Can you see this? What's going on in here, what I'm boiling? I've got a few natural dyes that we just learned over at the Springtastic event. Nancy was in there. Sorry, I'm going to put this cold water down. So if we can find more natural ways to do it, plus it'll save us money, plus we have the benefits of this purple cabbage. It's just bubbling away here. It smells so good. I'm like, I've never done this before. So first and foremost, let's finish these eggs here. Let's see if it's foolproof to peeling these eggs. Guess I need a place to peel them in. We're gonna start with the eggs. So who puts baking soda in your egg water? Who does that for peeling them, right? So always if you crack the bottom is easier than the top. I teach my grandkids this, they love it. Then you just peel them away. We want to have nice eggs because I'm actually going to take you through a deviled eggs recipe as well. Oh my, they are smooth. Can you guys see? Not quite. Tip you down here. They are smooth as butter. I wonder what they're like inside. Oh, look at that membrane. Just comes right off. Do you see that? Okay, and it feels perfectly done inside. So there you go. If you want, these were fresh eggs that we just bought tonight, right? From the store? Yeah. So there you go, beautifully peeled. This is gonna make a lovely little egg basket, a tulip egg. That's what we're gonna do here, okay, you guys? All right, so deviled eggs. Who makes these? They are peeling beautifully, you guys. I just wanna get like a couple made here because it's gonna be they are so perfectly done. And it's peeling, it really does help. I've never tried this before. You guys are like my live demos right here. Okay. Now, a good way, if you're peeling these in the sink, Dale just peeled a bunch of carrots for me. And you put the netted dishcloth in, and you lay it in the bottom of the sink, and you can peel all these shells, and then they just fall in there, and you scoop them up, and you put them away. Let's talk eggshells for a minute. Hi, Allison. I have never made them, but I love to eat them. Oh, well, follow along, and you'll know exactly how to do that. So, I'm going to peel one more egg here, because what can you do with these eggshells? All right, we learned just how to boil them, get them so that they're cracking easily for us. What do you do with the eggshells? Any of you guys use them, compost them somewhere? Because Nikki at the Springtastic event was sharing with us that she actually bakes them in the oven and then feeds them back to her chickens. So if you own chickens or know somebody who does, pass that tip along. Maybe they already do it. What else do you do with the garden? Yes, Twyla. Nice to see you, Twyla. Absolutely, you put them in the garden. They're great for the plants and stuff. Do you dry them out though? I gotta know these things, right? So they make for great compost, especially at the bottom of the pots too, right? For aeration. Feed them back to the chickens. Yes, Sharon, thank you. What kind of chickens do you have, Sharon? Would love to know. So this is peeling really nice, especially because that membrane's coming off. Fresh eggs. Baking soda in your water, Sharon. Have you ever tried it? Okay, we got the eggs peeled. We know what to do with the eggshells. Are you guys ready to dye the eggs? It's like, you know, being a little kid over here. You ready to dye the eggs? I have this very beautiful friend of mine who, I hope you didn't come to this presentation thinking you would learn how to make those beautiful eggs. I'll give you a version of that, but it ain't going to be as pretty as those eggs. But I do have a friend here. I don't know if she's watching here tonight. And she her and her daughters do Ukrainian Christmas egg dyeing painting all the time, every year. It's like a tradition of theirs. They've saved some of them over the years. Brenda does the most beautiful eggs. So she can give us some of her tips right here. Maybe she should come and do a class for us, right? Brenda's, your eggs are beautiful. And that's exactly what my friend does. So if you're into the beautiful egg dyeing, please give us any feedback right here. Because, yeah. Anyways, tonight we're going to dye the eggs with 3 different things, okay? We have the purple cabbage, which I'm just going to drain it here right now. And the thing about, oh yeah, this is beautiful. You know, thanks for letting me get ready for my Easter dinner tomorrow. We're going to have cooked cabbage already. We got the Easter dye ready to go. We can use it up. So they tell me, isn't that beautiful? Sharon, 60 chickens. Do you do lots of boiled eggs? So these ones, we're going to throw in the hot eggs here now. Stick them in here. What do you guys dye your eggs in? Do you use jars? Do you use cups? Brenda, what's the best way to dye them? I'm going to put this one in here. They tell me it's going to turn blue. The purple cabbage will turn blue. And if you didn't notice before, I cut it all up on my cutting board. And you're going to love this, guys, because this stuff does stain, all the stuff we're using, but none of this cutting board won't get stained. And I'm going to show you a trick for your hands not getting stained. And I can even show you, I might have spilt a little food coloring at my daughter's house, and I have a stain remover. So stay tuned, you'll see a stain remover coming up next. The next one up, oh, secret about the cabbage, you have to add a little pinch of salt in here to get a better coloring of your eggs, okay? Next one up is, you know, this stuff as you're cooking with it. Linda, your friend, gets this all the time, Penny, and she introduced me to this, eating this lovely, it's so good for your health. Do you guys know what turmeric's good for? Put in the comments below if you know what turmeric's good for your health. I know it's good for heart, those kinds of things, but I also know when you cook with it, it's like everywhere, orange stain dye everywhere. Rest assured, wiping it with our cloths, don't worry, you can get it out. But I'll tell you the secret at the end, what to clean it up with. So turmeric is our next egg coloring natural food dye. Trying to stay away from all the synthetics and artificial ones. Here we go. So let's see if this really works. You know, you can't believe everything you watch other consultants do. And the last one, I got a little bit lazy here. I didn't cook them, but I went out and I have a canned jar of beets here. And you know how these really stain your cutting board? They don't on this lovely rice husk one because it's non-porous. And we like that about our cutting boards because when you cut into them, anything that you cut into can go into the food. Anything that has pores would, you know, be a place to harbor bacteria. So there's all that stuff. All right, so here is going in the red beet dye. Have you guys ever done this before with the natural food dyes? Am I crazy? Do you have any better things? I know that, I remember Lindy saying she went to a special store to get special dyes. And Brenda, if you know too, let me know. Inflammation. Okay, I'll come back to your questions in just a second. Food dyes. She was also saying that there's this Young Earth is where you can get candies and things that don't have the artificial colorings in there. Have you guys heard of Young Earth? So that's another place you can get good candies without the dyes in. Okay, questions here. How do you dry your eggshells? 250 they told me, for 15-20 minutes, I guess, until they're dry. Feed them back to the chickens. Thank you, Twyla, for telling us that the turmeric's for inflammation. You guys are awesome. Onion skins. I knew there was another one. I think my mom taught me that one. Absolutely. And so do you, red onion, yellow onion? Which kind of onion? I'm glad you're liking it, Allison. All right, natural dye. Okay, well, we're going to see. I've never tried it myself before, but I'm hoping this will be like an experiment with you guys tonight. And then my grandkids and family are coming tomorrow night and I can show them all the things. So we'll just let that dye. Now, the cool thing is, what does blue and yellow make? If you put the egg in, you do the two combination, you can get your green right here. And your blue and red will make your purple eggs. And the brown eggs will dye as well. They just might have to stain a little bit longer. And coffee grounds work for dyes as well. Oh man, should have had you here in my kitchen, Brenda. Next year, we're gonna do it together. So there you go. The 3 dyes can get you all of your colors. The lady that was doing it just said over the years she learned that these were the 3 that she had the most success. So we got a little blue going on here. Thinking it's gonna take a little longer, and maybe I didn't boil my cabbage long enough. I should probably go back to the show. Nancy, you watched this show, or did you? Oh, we got some yellow here. So some other fun ways to do things for kids as well is get out the old trick, what do you call this? Crayon wax, right? And maybe we can draw a spring flower. What did you guys think of the new spring collection line that Norwex brought out? The Nordic blooms, they call it, in the pink and the blue, right? So I know that this is nothing fancy like Linda's or Brenda's because they're so good. But, you know, you can just, what color? Put in the comments below, what color dye should I put this one in if I'm going to do the flower? Oh, so, you know, I got a hole here, but this is at least natural. If it gets a little bit on the egg, not a big deal, right? So that's one way we can do it. Another quick trick is the elastic bands, okay? Elastic bands are fun, right? Teresa, you can do these with your grandkids. Are they coming home for Christmas? Or Easter, sorry. The elastic bands can make a nice little, like I'm thinking these will make nice little hats, and then they can draw little eyes on here maybe. So Turmeric. I have turmeric right here, so I'll see if I can fit in a second one. I had no idea how much to put in here, Brenda, though. I just put in like a couple tablespoons. I hope that's going to be sufficient. It's coming out quite nicely. Now, they did say that when you boiled them with the baking soda, our first tip of the thing, or this presentation, is that it'll give it a mottled look. So maybe I'll do another dozen with no baking soda. And for those eggs, because it'll die without, like that baking soda's on there doing something. Maybe I should rinse them off, but they were in cold water. Anyways, there's another trick that I had learned before. Do you remember this one? I had done this on a story once, but apparently it's the top. And if you ping your eggs before putting them in the water, you do get a crack though, so I'm not sure this is gonna work ideal, but let's try this. Did you hear that? That's the little ping that separates the membrane from the egg as well. And if you do it just right, you don't actually get a crack. It just kind of releases it. That's pretty thin at the top, so I'm gonna grab another one. Have you ever tried the pinging of the eggs? It's kind of cool and it does work. And no crack, right? It's just separating the membrane. So that's what I could do with this one, and then I might get the better dyeing. All right, so here I have my lovely, how are we doing here? I usually blow out the eggs and the kids either paint them or use markers. Okay, my 3, 5, and 7-year-old will crunch them in no time flat. So I don't think I can blow them out just yet, but that is a good idea. I think that's what the fancy egg painters do as well, right, Brenda? Vinegar. Oh, I think I'm going to try that. Well, you guys know the deal. Yes, I forgot the vinegar. Absolutely they do, but I'm pretty impressed with that one. I don't mind that one. I'm going to put the lovely egg in here. And the blue is not taking real good, but you're right. I think I need a little vinegar and maybe a little more time. Who wants to see the beet one? So you guys, this is super fun with you. Do you do any other Easter traditions? Put in the comments below. What are some of your other Easter traditions? Woo, look at that. That's awesome. I really like that one. And yeah, I gotta try the onion peels and grounds. It's not bad for natural dyed Easter eggs. Gonna throw in this guy too. Give him a red hat and all the fun. So do you dye Easter eggs for your Easter tradition? Is that something that you guys do? All right, that is pretty cool. Now, next up, how are we doing for time? I told you about cleaning your hands, so we better talk about that right now. This, honestly, in the videos, Nancy would attest to this, they had taken some of our UPP detergent in a salt shaker and had it in their kitchen and would put it on their hands. To me, that's a little harsh. Our foaming soap sometimes doesn't cut it, but honestly, if you have one of these diamond weaved kitchen towels or an EnviroCloth, usually that wipes off good. But if it's a stain that has maybe set for a while or on your cutting board, see, I got the dye stain down here, but I'm not too concerned because, you know, our counter cloths, we can take them off and wipe them off and right away. But say you let it sit for a while or it looks like, here, can you see the purple on here? I think you can. It looks like it's setting on. Typically, you just go and rinse it. I always like to wipe my knives and stuff. But what is really nice is this Biozyme. Of course, you dilute it down, okay? And it's food grade safe. This bottle has been running with me since January. It's in my spray bottle. You just spray it down. I use this like all the time before I load my dishwasher, but it will take the stains off. So I had food coloring all over her shelf in her kitchen and I sprayed some of that on and it came right off. I don't like when it's like too bumpy and weavy because look it'll just kind of doesn't quite grab it off. But if you have, it's still clean. Do you see that? It's already gone. But if you have the more the EnviroCloth or this side of the cloth, you'll get a deeper, oh my, it's I'm not showing you, it's gone. So Biozyme to the rescue for the food dye, food stains. And when I get home from work, I actually don't want to be in the bathroom or maybe somebody else is in there first. I just spray this on my hands and I give it a good rub. It's so gentle on your hands, if that makes sense. And it smells delicious. It smells like lime. So what did I want to say? It is ultra concentrated, grease fighting, plant-based formula, leaving your dishes clean and sparkling. And the enzymes in there, which they act so fast. You can leave it on for like 30 seconds. 3 minutes at the most, and your items are clean already. So because enzymatic action means it's fast acting and cuts through those tough stains and baked on food. So you guys, I put this in your little cart tonight because Biozyme with the spray bottle is a must for your dishes, and especially dyeing your hands or getting ready for Easter. The other one is the dish mat. I love having it for all the things. Like, look how much water it's absorbed here, which is awesome, and it's going to dry nice because it's just sitting on this mesh. So I love that. And of course, you guys probably already have a ton of these. All right, on to the last thing, you guys, and that's taking the egg yolks, or making these into beautiful deviled eggs. Hi, Rihanna, good to see you. Hey, hon, that's fun. Eat lots, that's fun too. Pretty plates, thank you, thank you. So I always like to have a good knife for this. I'm gonna show you the first one that I think is super cute to make. And how about these guys? Aren't they sweet? Okay, so all you need to make these guys is your boiled eggs, and literally I just did this. Rihanna, you would love it. So can you see me down here? Again, you want to cut them off nice and flat at the bottom so that he stands up. And then you got to cut off his head about 2/3 down. Cut off his head. And I don't know how tricky this will be. Look at that perfect yolk. Okay, so now I'm going to take out the yolk. Take out the yolk. And I'm going to take and mash my yolks with some mayonnaise. So about 8 to 10, I don't know, a dozen eggs I'm going to throw in here, the yolks, with a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, some salt and pepper. And do you guys have any ingredients you put in? Because I love Dijon mustard in it. Some people say vinegar. Maybe Brenda, you know. Deviled egg recipe. You guys have all made it, right? You know what goes in it. Egg yolks, mayonnaise, salt and pepper. And what's your secret ingredient? Do you put in a hot spice? Because I know we make our deviled eggs and we sprinkle them with cayenne pepper, right? No, paprika. Paprika. We sprinkle them with paprika because it's pretty and stuff. So you would make up the mix. And if you have any tips here, let me know. Once I have the mix made, I'm going to just put it in. I know this is a bag. I'm going to put it in these lovely IKEA bags. I love them. I've reused this bag over and over, so I don't feel as guilty using them because they're very sturdy and strong. And I don't know, they seem to wipe out easier. Anyways, then you cut a tip off and you would pipette it back into the egg here, right? And then you would use these little, what do you call these, olives, right? Cut little pieces for eyes, and you'd use the little carrots to make little noses, and then we're gonna put them in this tray of parsley. Isn't that super cute? So you think we can have these all made up for Easter? These are your cute little chicks, little egg things that you can make. And if you get all this just right, so you know, it's a tough call. Do I make 1 dozen of dyed eggs and then 1 dozen of, these are actually turning out quite nice, 1 dozen of deviled eggs, right? We're going to do both here tonight. Dale was wondering, why do we need 3 dozen? Okay, so that's how to do one of the things. So hands up, are you going to, oh, you made these last year, did you, Teresa? Did you do it with your girls? Because this is my little craft for them tomorrow to do this. Aren't those cute? They actually say for the olive, Rihanna, you'd be all over this. Take this and punch it with a straw. Take the olive and punch it with a straw to get the little eyeball. So there's your little trick for the day. Okay, so those are awesome. Okay, last one I want to show you, though, is really pretty as well. And essentially, let's see if I can do that one. Is, this one's kind of cut already. I'm going to maybe peel one more here. All right. Where's my dish? Peeling. The next one is tulip flowers. Have you guys seen these? I thought these were remarkable. So again, it's a version of your deviled eggs, just in a little more decorative style. You could do it with your people that come at Easter, a little activity, make your own little snack. But the way they did this one is a little bit different. And aren't they peeling lovely? Do I get 3 stars for peeling so lovely? The way you do these ones is you cut down the sides, like all the way down and around, and this way. Am I showing you nice enough? It's nice to have a good sharp knife because then you don't have any pushing around. And you're gonna pop out the yolk. You're gonna pop out the yolk, and you're gonna refill it. And then here's the stem. Okay, so here we got the stem. This is gonna be the flower stem. So you essentially, I'm running out of room here. All right, so you guys have been so good watching along here. Drill a little bit of a hole. Take a green onion. Of course, cut off that little tip, right? All of these were washed with the fresh produce wash. And then you're gonna poke it on the bottom. And there is your tulip, right? So you can have a whole tray of tulip eggs sitting here in the tray, just with a little green onion and a nice little tulip. I don't think you can stand them up. You're gonna have to like lay them in the tray here. Okay, tulip eggs. I'll share the picture. I'll share my end result, but I'm gonna get the adults, the girls, to do these ones, and the kids can do the little chick eggs. So I hope that helps you guys. Don't worry about getting these natural dyes on your eggs or on your hands, because we have natural ways of getting them things clean. So thank you guys for watching along. Let me see my notes if there was anything else. Yeah, I just wanted to know. You're welcome. You told me your Easter tradition. I appreciate you guys. You told me your favorite way to eat your eggs. No, did you? There you go. Last question of the night. What's your favorite way to eat eggs? Do you like deviled eggs? Is that one of your favorite? Soft, boiled, hard, sunny side? What's your favorite way? That's your last question for the night. So put in the comments below. For any of you who are commenting along and you wanted to check out the cart, I'll post it in the group. And there's a special treat in the cart just for you guys. So that's your Easter. Happy Easter. Next up will be skincare next month, April 5 to 9. You're going to see me the first Tuesday of April with, the second Tuesday of April, demonstrating the skincare line. So I hope to see you guys there. Get you all beautiful and ready for the summer. All right, scrambled for Twyla, poached for Teresa. You know, I'm just getting onto this poached stuff. It is pretty good. I usually don't take time in the kitchen, but I'm starting to learn. Soft boiled. Well, these ones would be perfect for you. I'm quite happy how they turned out. So I hope you guys have just a wonderful Easter. Happy Easter to you. Thank you, Lorraine. And thank you guys all for watching. I hope that helped you. And if you have any other ideas, you just let me know and we'll try to make it happen. All right. Take care, everyone, and happy Easter egg time.